Samiran, let me get your thoughts in on that, specifically on currency, because I know you've kept a very careful eye on currency movements. Do you agree with what Dr. Ranade just said? And do you think that the time has come to create a shift, at least in terms of how we approach our currency, if not how we are approaching our export policy?
So our analysis seems to suggest that imports are more responsive to the exchange rate than exports in the Indian context. There could be many reasons behind that. One of the reasons is, as Dr. Ranade in the beginning was mentioning, that a lot of exports have imported components into it. So in a sense, the exchange rate then becomes hostile for them. But the bigger question that we are all grappling with now is that even if for the moment we can't go back in history and change our exchange rate, but looking forward, our estimate is that for the next 4 to 5 years, the current account deficit, which over the last decade was averaging 2.3% of GDP, is going to be less than 1% over a 5-year period consistently. Uh, that kind of a structural improvement in current account combined with huge amount of capital flows that we are getting would mean that the balance of payment surplus is going to be somewhere between 65 to 80 billion dollars every year for the next 5 years. How do you ensure that your currency is not appreciating with that kind of delusion balance of payment surplus? Is, I think, a massive policy challenge that we will be grappling with. It's obviously much easier to say that we should have a relatively undervalued currency if we want to follow this path of partly import substitution and partly export promotion. But to deliver on that is not going to be easy given the kind of GOP projections that we are making right now.